colleague from Ondiek there, and I'd like you to answer just 2 questions. Would this be a good move for Raila? And is it concerning to some of the party members, like Ondiek is saying, those who use his name to campaign?
Thank you, Trevor. And it is a beautiful morning, and I want to thank you for this opportunity, and also say hello to Kenyans who are watching us this morning. Allow me, Trevor, first of all, because in the front page of the same newspaper that we're looking at is a picture of a young man, 24-year-old Kiptum, who died on a tragic road accident. And it would be remiss of me to discuss politics without passing my sincere condolences to the family of Kiptum, and also to make the comment that as a young person in this country, I am extremely disappointed on the political class. If somebody like Kiptum, who actually holds the world record, and has given Kenya so much glory, much more achievement than most of us politicians have had, to put Kenya in the global map and to give us our place in the world, can die of this kind of deaths. It's high time that we start recognizing that our athletes and even our sportsmen in general should actually be accorded serious VIP treatment, because there are so many questions to desire about this particular tragic death. Why would Kiptum drive himself in the middle of the night? Why is Kiptum not having security? Why are people like Kipchoge Eliud not having security? If you remember one young man called Dennis Oliech, who his right foot alone took us to the African Cup of Nations and actually spent all his money during his youthful time to make sure that our team could play in the African Cup and bring us, to the continental tournament and bring us glory. Today, somebody like Oliech is wallowing in serious poverty, and no attention is given to these sportsmen. It breaks my heart. So let me just take that opportunity, with your humble permission, to say sorry to the family of Kiptum, and also to say sorry to the family of his coach, who also was relatively young in the coaching fraternity and is Rwandese. And I think it would be insensitive as a nation not to say sorry to them, given that he rose so high into the elite coaching and then also gave us so much as a country. So I say so much sorry, and I hope that the political class won't be so selfish to give ourselves so much security, especially at the presidential level and the executive level, and not give people who actually matter, who give this country glory, some sense of protection and some sense of care. Now to the issue of Raila Odinga and AU job. I would be reduced to a joke if I want to respond to somebody like Ondiek's allegation. I think that Ondiek doesn't understand the politics of our region, and doesn't understand how much some of us have worked so hard in politics. Ondiek should know that actually I garnered 295,000 votes at declaration, but overall I garnered 317,000 votes, much more than anybody else garnered in the election in Migori County. So I'm not here as a piece of joke. So I want to respond to his jokes because I'm serving the people of Migori who believe in me as a young man who can bring something to the table, and I'm not hanging on any coat. In any case, Raila Odinga has mentored so many leaders in this country. And, if you hear somebody like Owen Baya talking about Raila being cantankerous, using that kind of a language on a statesman who has given so much to this country, I don't know what is in the CV of Owen Baya. In any case, Owen Baya and people like Ondiek are people who are feeding from the state and, simple handouts from the state, and they believe in this concept that the state is so powerful, especially the person of the presidency, that anything you want in this country, you only get it in the presidency. That's why people like Owen Baya can go to parliament and then start voting for anything that is bad, so long as it pleases Ruto and so long as it pleases the State House. That is not what we are talking about here.
But if you look, point when they say that you will need the head of state's endorsement.
I'm coming to that.
The tangent that Eddy is taking in this debate.
I'm coming to that. Why is it that when I'm debating
about issues, but about us.
So
we are taking.
But that's what you're saying, because that is what you're saying.
We'll take the issues.
You know, I was keeping quiet very well.
Because I can see Eddy running away.
These are statements that they made. It is not my statement.
He wants
say that he's cantankerous, so he's responding.
You know, if you call my leader cantankerous,
yes,
a man who brought democracy in this country and gave him the power to be able to speak in this country, you call him cantankerous. A man who brought the constitution that you're today enjoying, that you can see devolution.
But why was he removed at the AU job?
Can I just talk? You know,
why was he removed?
I'll give you a chance.
Mature debates requires that you actually be able to listen to others when they're speaking. Because I listened to you when you're speaking, I didn't interrupt you. You know, this is a man who actually has served this country for over 40 years in politics. This is a man who has spent his entire, almost a half of his political life in prison and being persecuted by the same state organs that today you want to fight on and saying that any opportunity in this country that you want, you must go and kneel in State House. By the way, if you look at the way the AU selects, or rather elects somebody to become a chairperson, there is no any structure whatsoever that needs endorsement by your president or that needs mercy by your president. If Raila Odinga was going for this job, right, and it's about qualification, previous AU chairs, including Faki, that we are seeing currently, and even if you remember, the wife to the former president of South Africa, the wife to Zuma, she didn't need Zuma, who was the president then, to be able to become an AU chair. Raila Odinga has got massive networks and massive respect across the globe. I can actually argue that in the continent today, if you were to compare Raila Odinga and President Ruto in the continental map in terms of respect, both diplomatic and political, Raila scores way above Ruto. His network span way above Ruto. But you see, what Owen Baya and the likes of the state want us to discuss here is completely material, because Raila Odinga himself hasn't pronounced himself on this matter. Even as they try to bring it through NIS so that you can discuss this matter of AU and forget the issues of bread and butter that Raila cares about so much in the country, which is what, in their head, is their biggest fear, that if Raila is in this country, he can be able to scrutinize government. If Raila is in this country, he can be able to question their misdeeds and misbehaviors in this country, so that they want to bring a narrative about this AU conversation to take Kenyans away from the serious issue that we should be discussing that Raila cares about. So this is nondescript, and I don't want to discuss it, because the day Raila Odinga will give us the power to discuss it is when he will express it to us. Raila does his things very consultatively with his troops, you know, both within the party and without the party, and he discusses things very openly. It will come a time that we'll discuss this when he tells us to discuss it, that is when he shares about the interest. But what I'm seeing in this media is simple propaganda by you know, the leaders in government like Owen Baya and his boss.
Okay. Manzo, what do you make of this bid? Is it something concerning?
First, I'm surprised, my friend Owen and Odieki.
Yeah.
You know,